Hello everybody, Intuition here. Thank you as always for making time and space for us. Today we would like to discuss how to be yourself. Though it seems simple, it is quite complex. It is genuinely an art. And like most art, it takes practice to get good, to be called an artist. However, once you refine your art, it is natural and inherent within the expression of self, just like you being yourself. The art of being yourself is unlearning everything that you've told yourself to be, as opposed to allowing yourself to express who it is that you naturally are. From an early age, many of us are told who it is that we are, indoctrinated into certain belief systems and societal expectations that do not lend us the knowing of self in a more complex way. It simply tells us who we are, tells us how to think, and then therefore we move along with that then therefore limits our understanding of self and only allows us to understand what is acceptable through the eyes and lens of others. And so as we continue to live that experience, living to meet other people's expectations of who we should be and what we should be, we become limited in our understanding of self, which does not allow us to then therefore fully grow and expand in the way that we need to evolve, to project and enlighten the space and place that we occupy, because we were too busy acting as a character that we were told would be most appropriate for the society in which we live in. We forget all of those beautiful, unique, individualized characteristics that we inherently had, that was always expressed. However, we pushed away because, again, it wouldn't be acceptable or appropriate for our family, for society, for school, for the relationships in which we're engaging in. And so the art of being yourself is simply refining what it is that's already there, so that you're able to buff out the diamond, so to speak, that has many inclusions only because we were told to include other aspects that are more preferable for people to like us. And so being yourself starts with simply looking at the scripts, looking at the characteristics that we have adopted because we were told that would be more preferable than us simply being who it is that we know ourselves to be. And as you continue to read from a script and act in a certain way, you lose yourself in the script, lose yourself in the act, and it becomes harder and harder to walk back towards the person who it is that you are. And so it starts with simply looking at the behaviors that you are enacting that you know intrinsically are not yours. Whether that be learned traits or behaviors, whether that be decisions that you made because you thought it would please others as opposed to pleasing yourself. It is important to look at all of those things, because if you do not look at any of those things and you simply continue on the path of people-pleasing and pretending and acting as if you are something or someone else, you lose yourself in the scuffle. Many people will sit and say, I don't like myself, or I've lost my passion, or I feel like I have no purpose. And all of those statements simply come from the idea that you've been pretending to be somebody else for so long that you've forgotten your inherent, unique, individualized capabilities. And should you tap back into those, you remember viscerally your purpose. You instantaneously regain the meaning of your life, and you automatically like yourself. Beyond love yourself, beyond like yourself, you accept all it is that you are, without a value-based judgment that would get in the way of you not being able to accept and grow with the continuation of your soul and expression. So, to be yourself is simply to look at the decisions, look at the societal expectations, look at the people-pleasing behaviors that you have adapted and then therefore surrendered to, and in that surrender, losing all sense of yourself. Because no matter how hard you act, you will never be the person that you're pretending to be. And that is usually the point where people say, well, I don't know what my purpose is here. My life has no meaning. It is when you energetically on some point come to the knowing that no matter how hard I act to be this person, I will never fulfill this role. And that is because if you are having to act as anything, you are already being disingenuous to what it is that you know. There's no need to act when you already have a plethora of knowing that then therefore could inform you and your journey more meaningfully than you pretending like you know this character and then therefore adapting people-pleasing behaviors and aspects of self that aren't in alignment with what it is that you are needing to evolve and expand into all it is that you are. And so, it is simply being conscious of the decisions and choices that you've made that have lent you into this character role, as opposed to you simply putting down the script and allowing yourself to be all it is that you know you always have been and always will be. Because no matter, again, how hard you act, you will always come back to what it is that you know, which many of us on some level try to push against and then therefore move further into an act, further into the script. So, put down the script. Stop trying to please other people. Stop trying to be acceptable by somebody else's lens, somebody else's value-based judgment, and simply accept and acknowledge who it is that you are, what it is that you are, all those shadow aspects, all those scary pieces that it is that haunts you in the middle of the night, that people wouldn't like if they knew about you. Accept them. They're aspects of yourself, and if you don't accept them and acknowledge them being there, then there is no way that you will be able to get the closure needed to continue to walk back towards all it is that you know. Because many of those scary aspects of yourself that you're afraid to acknowledge simply come from you having to make a decision to act in a different way than what it is that you know yourself to be in the first place. So as always, a little food for thought. Thank you as always for making time and space for us, and we wish you well in embodying what it is that you know yourself to be, because there is only one of you. And then therefore that beautiful, unique, individualized expression must be expressed because you are the only one that can express it. And there's a reason why you are here expressing it to begin with. As you express it, you enlighten not just yourself, but the world around you. You touch everything and everyone when you are genuinely yourself. What a beautiful thing that is, profound. Imagine if Mother Teresa wasn't herself. What a dark world that would be. Imagine if Jesus wasn't themselves. Oh my goodness, who would have forgiven all of our sins? So as always, I thank you for making time for us, and we wish you well expressing the beautiful expression that only you can express when you are yourself. Thank you.